Ulbricht's defense, you pretty much know what you're going to get. He's going to play a lot of man, and he's going to bring a lot of pressure. That's what the numbers say. What does it look like when you watch it?
Yeah, they play man. They definitely bring a lot of pressure, but then they have their shell coverages and they mix it up, and it's really really good defense. It's very sound. They're really athletic and young, and they play with a lot of passion, and they make plays, and it's everything's tied together. And the reason why I think they're ranked number one, or depending on which metric you use, they're up there, and they're really good. It's a huge challenge for us, and we're getting ready for it, but it's gonna be very challenging on Sunday for sure. Grow.
Watkins had a good camp for you guys, and then had a couple big injuries, and he's working his way back.
Yep.
How much would you like to introduce him into this, into your offense from scrimmage?
Definitely, we love to. He just got back this week. We got to kind of see where he's at physically and work him back in. And then it's a slow progression, and we would love to get him out there on the field and contributing for us. And he's a guy we really liked in the offseason. We liked how much he got better. The setbacks happen, but he's got to continue to push himself, kind of where Ricky was last year, where you got to grow and you got to keep pushing yourself and practicing hard, and eventually your time will come. So
Kind of similar with Jordan. You haven't had Kittle. He's obviously a great all-around player, but maybe you get a better appreciation when you don't have him. What would you say is the trait that you really do appreciate most about his game?
Yeah, I mean, I think you mentioned the explosiveness. I think that's one thing. When the ball's in his hands, his ability to separate from guys. George accounts for a lot of explosive plays in our offense just because of his athletic ability, but just how good he is in the run and pass game. He's not a guy that fits into a box. He does both equally very well, which means you don't have to take him off the field. You don't have to adjust what you're calling because he's in the game. He can protect, he can block the run game, and he's an elite, passing game guy. And I think you definitely miss that. You miss a tool like that when he's not out there, and when he's out there, we really appreciate it. So.
Ton just has had a great couple weeks here. Did you see that potential in him this summer? And what has been the key for him outside of opportunity to kind of unlock what he's been able to do?
Yeah, we've always been excited about Jake and what he's been able to do in the pass game. As in the off season, we really like those skill sets. We needed him to grow in the run game, and when George went out and he kind of stepped into that pass game role, we loved how he was producing. But it's been cool to see him grow as a complete player. What I attribute that to? I think he's a guy who's taken advantage of every moment out there, and he gets better from it. The moment's not too big for him. He steps up when we need him to, and just a guy, the more he's out there, the better he gets. And we're real happy with where he's at. So he's a big contributor for us.